Hey, tis I, the... also known as Ethan B0206. This is the 8th reaction video in the 2nd series. Impressive. Just remember to do all those things in the corner, you know? Do all that. You be cool. You be cool. Alright, so what are we watching today? Oh, looks like a Let Me Explain Studios video. Haven't watched her in a while. And actually, fun fact, I do happen to have, I still have the VidCon badge with her signature up there, so. Coolio. I'm not sure if I've seen this before, but hey, it's in my field, so let's just begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kaboom. No.
Oh, hello, my geeks and peeps, my explainers and entertainers, my little oodalollies. Rebecca Parham here. So this is a little embarrassing, a possible design flaw, but my elevator swing is, stuck.
Oh, yeah,
But don't worry,
that's right.
I called for reinforcements earlier. So, do you think you could get here soon? Ah, thanks. Great, you're a lifesaver, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be there in a flash. Okay, bye-bye.
Oh my god, Domska.
Hey, wait a second.
Yes, I know I'm a toon and I could technically survive the
Gotta
fall.
fly all the way over
The
here.
landing is still painful
Wow.
and the way down is still very scary. And I'd rather spare myself the fear, thank you. So until the cavalry arrives, why don't we just chat? Fear is a funny thing, isn't it? If you've seen Pixar's Inside Out, you know that each of your emotions has a job to do that's essential to your survival and overall
And Inside
well-being.
Out 2's coming out, so...
Stupid things that will hurt or kill you, physically, emotionally, and socially. But sometimes fear makes some strange decisions about what it perceives to be a threat. Yes, I see your point about this giant cliff. Very big, very scary, very dangerous. But,
Sorry, I recognize the music
why?
that I sometimes use.
When we're
Oh my
kids,
god, my
fear
hair
is
is
a kid
just...
too. It hasn't figured out the world yet. It doesn't know what it's supposed to be afraid of. I don't trust that vacuum. But that strange man offering free candy out of his white van? Now that's the picture of trustworthy right there. When I was a kid, my biggest fear was loud noises.
Oh, okay, well...
Door stoppers that go...
Okay, fireworks are actually...
And especially...
Really? Really? A door stopper?
My mortal enemy, we meet again.
A balloon just had to be in the room and I would side-eye it suspiciously the entire time. Like I thought...
Actually, no, it's not red.
Inexplicably pop out of nowhere. And then I'll die. I was talking to my mom about this old phobia of mine, and she told me this story from when I was 3 years old. I don't personally remember this incident, but it certainly left a mark on my mom. One weekend, my parents took me and my sister Rachel to the circus. The whole 3 rings. Clowns, flying trapeze, tightrope walkers,
Actually, what
yeah.
coincidence.
Now,
I just
don't and
watched
have
the
never
Amazing
had a
Digital
fear of
Circus,
clowns.
like,
So I didn't
last
mind
month.
when the painted jokesters emerged.
Also in the
driving
field.
their comedically
It's like
small
every
vehicle
reaction
to
video I've
perform the
gone
classic
through,
clown
like, goes on to the
gag.
next
The car
topic
drove
from,
up,
like, the
door
previous...
opened, a clown avalanche occurred, and then as the car was being driven away, it
But this is
backfired
different.
out its tailpipe. And it
Yeah.
backfired incredibly
Kaboom.
loudly, like the blast of a shotgun, complete with special effects flash and puff of smoke. And I, sitting in the stands with my family, was so horrified by this sudden loud noise that I stood up,
I would have
put
done
my
the same
hands on my
thing, too.
ears, and just started screaming at the top of my lungs. Just standing there, screaming. It's like I thought, if I'm just louder than the loud noise, I shall win the day. My sister Rachel must have thought, oh, I guess this is what we're doing now, because she quickly followed suit, standing up with her hands on her ears, being the harmony to my melody of terror. I didn't get taken
It's
to
like
another
being at a
circus until
monster
I was
truck
11 years
rally.
old, and it was Cirque du Soleil. As an adult, I can say I pretty much grew out of this fear. Me and balloons, we're back on speaking terms. But if I'm honest, there's still a small part of me that doesn't care for sudden loud noises. If you ever watch me during a fireworks show, you can see a teeny tiny little micro flinch every time one of
Oh,
those
that's
big
normal.
mortars goes
That's
off.
normal.
It probably looks like I have a nervous tick or something. Now, another fear I had growing up was oddly specific, but maybe it's one a few of you can relate to. I was absolutely
Well,
terrified
if I was too close
of
to the
feeling
fireworks,
of
then yeah.
flying out of your seat on theme park rides.
Oh.
You know, the thing that people actually like about theme park rides. Anything with a steep drop in it made me think I was going to die. It could be a roller coaster, a log flume.
Actually, I've never been on one of those. The only ride I've been on
But
is
my absolute nemesis
the
growing
Vapor
up
Trail
was
at
the
Sesame
drop tower
Place.
rides.
That's the only
Tall
roller coaster I've
towers
ever
that
ridden.
suddenly drop you. One of the most famous drop towers is the Twilight Zone
Oh,
Tower of Terror
no.
over at Hollywood
Not
Studios in
this.
Disney World. This ride was my worst nightmare.
The one
You
with
see,
the...
Disney is really good at
Yeah,
setting a mood
drop
and
down.
psyching you out before you even get on the
Oh,
ride.
boy.
Theming, as they call it. And I was very susceptible to all of that as a kid. I had a hard time remembering that this was all make-believe. So a drop tower theme,
child
creepy
will
haunted
believe
hotel, and an
anything.
elevator that will kill you. Yeah, that was maybe a little bit of a trigger for young me. And very often on our Disney vacations, an adult had to wait outside with me while everyone else enjoyed the ride. So when I was about 8 years old, I was still dealing with this fear. And Mom and Dad saw this as a teaching opportunity. Time to face one's
There you
irrational
go.
fears head on and learn that there are far more terrifying things in this world than an amusement park ride with 8 million safety regulations built into it. So they made
Sorry.
me get in line for the
hair.
Tower of Terror. And sure enough,
Oh,
I got
boy.
psyched out as we were walking through the creepy, elaborately decorated line. I was
Yeah.
literally shaking, begging my parents to not make me do it. And when we got to the front of the line and sat down in the front row of the ride car,
Oh,
I
no.
had finally hit my limit. I put my head down
Aw.
and just started sobbing. The whole car of riders went silent and stared at me. Mom and Dad knew that I didn't need to be there anymore. The cast member in charge leaned down and very gently said to me, "My dear, I cannot start this ride if you are crying." And from the depths of my tormented soul, all I could say was one word.
Get me out of here!
Good! I was let off the ride, much to my relief. And it wasn't until I turned 13 that I finally faced the Tower of Terror. As a child, I feared you. But I am a child no longer. Question for all of you. Did a certain movie or TV show really scare you as a kid but then become your favorite when you got older? Because that
A little
totally
bit.
happened with me. Like, Alice in Wonderland really freaked me out as a kid, especially the Cheshire Cat when he disappears that
Oh.
first time, leaving only his smile. Now, I am a sucker for anything Alice in Wonderland. Jurassic Park terrified me as a kid, and now it's my favorite live-action movie. I don't know, maybe we all eventually become fascinated by the things that scared us as kids. Or maybe we all stay traumatized.
I've seen worse.
After all,
Don't
what is
mean to rub it in,
adulthood
but I've
a
seen
constant
worse.
state of dealing with past trauma. But you know what? I'm gonna go on record and say that
Pretty sure
I
everybody
think
else
a
has
little
too.
bit of fear is healthy for kids.
I don't mean to be
because
a show
if
off.
we never get scared, how can we learn to be brave? So maybe the balloons and theme park rides and creepy
swear.
grinning cats of your past taught
There.
you a lot more than you think.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rebecca! I'm here!
Lottie, well, what are you doing here? I called Tom for help.
Well, you see, Tom realized he's, in London, so he called Jaden to ask her to do it. But she was busy, so she called James, who called Emirichu, who called Cypher Den, but she couldn't make it because she's in New York. So Den called Tabs, who called Illumination, who called Earthside Invader, and I just happened to be in the area, so he called me, and here I am.
Well, I mean, I did move out into the woods in the middle of nowhere. What else
You
did I
got,
expect?
you got some help here.
I thought that was kind of antisocial of you.
Well, thank you for coming all the way out here, Lottie. You think you can help me down?
We are Toons. You can survive the fall if you just jump down.
I don't
Oh,
want to jump down. It's scary.
Face your fears, Rebecca!
Lottie, no. No. Don't do it, Lottie. Please. No, Dad, Lottie. No, sit. Stay. Do not.
oh no.
You're welcome! Anything else I can do for you?
Oh.
You got it! Thank you so much for tuning in, but now we gotta tune out. Bye!
Alright guys, hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Credit to Let Me Explain Studios for making this animation, and also with the relatable title. Because like I said, I've had worse, but I'm pretty sure everybody else does. I don't mean to rub it in. Check out the real video in the description or the end card right here. Subscribe to Let Me Explain Studios. I think I already said that, but I'll say it again. I'm also right here as well. But anyways, I'll see you all later, alligator, in a while as a fear dial. Have a good night. Sleep tight.